We're about a week away from the 2025 NFL season being kicked off, and the New York Giants, they just got a gift from the NFL. Before we break that down, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We are coming to the end of the month of August, which means our subscriber battle against the Commanders Report, another channel here at Chat Sports, is coming to a close. Right now, we're in the lead, but I want to bury them. So if you love the Giants and you want to beat the Commanders week one, hit that sub button right now. This is New York Giants Now by Chat Sports, and I am your host, Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for rolling in as we react to some major National Football League news with Rashee Rice, the star wide receiver, coming back from a torn ACL for the Kansas City Chiefs as he has been suspended for the first 6 games of the NFL season. Now, Marshall, why is that relevant to the New York Giants? Well, the Giants play the Chiefs in Week 3. Also, it was reported by Adam Schefter, as you see on screen a couple of days ago, that he may play at the beginning of the year. Schefter tweeting out, ESPN sources, Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice is expected to have his disciplinary hearing with the NFL on Tuesday, September 30th in New York. This means that Rice now is likely to be able to play the first 4 weeks of this season before any potential discipline is imposed for his role in a multi-car crash in Dallas during the 2024 offseason. So we saw that tweet, and we initially thought, you know what, Giants are getting screwed by the NFL again. They're giving the Chiefs a bone, and they're going to have him playing in Week 3 against the Giants on Monday Night Football. Then Pro Football Talk backdoored that and said, Jordan Addison and Rashee Rice pleaded guilty the same day. Addison will miss the first 3 games of the season. Rice will be available for 4 and likely 5 high-profile games. Sources telling him, maybe I'm a conspiracy theorist, but this is odd. And then the NFL stepped in and said, not so fast, sweetheart. Tom Pelissero tweeting out, Rashee Rice is accepting and will serve a 6-game suspension to start the 2025 season. The NFL and NFLPA are working to finalize the settlement, which will end Rice's disciplinary limbo and make him eligible to return to Week 7 versus the Las Vegas Raiders. So the Giants went from having to play Rashee Rice and the Chiefs on Monday night to not having to face the star receiver. And this is huge news. The Giants have already been, call it what it is, shafted by the schedule makers this year. They finished with a last-place schedule, but they somehow have the hardest schedule in the National Football League. So miss me with all the, but Marshall, we want to play them at their best. When we beat the Chiefs, we want to beat them when they say they were at their best. Fugazi nonsense there. We already got the hardest schedule in the NFL, and whenever the Giants get a bone thrown to them by Roger or anyone in the National Football League, I'm going to take it. And with the Giants being somewhat thin and talent lacking in the cornerback department, I'm always going to be a fan of when they don't have to play one of the best receivers in the NFL, especially one of the best young receivers who continues to get better and better. Rashee Rice was awesome as a rookie. 79 grabs for 940 yards, almost 12 yards per catch, and 59 yards per game with 7 tutties in his rookie year. And he started off year 2 so hot. 24 grabs in 4 games, 288 yards in 4 games, 72 yards per game, and 2 touchdowns. And then he tore his ACL. And it seemed like the Kansas City Chiefs were going to go back to the Chiefs of old, which was a high-powered offense with a lot of weapons surrounding them. And with Rashee Rice no longer in the fold, they're not going to be at full strength. And if they were, it would have been even tougher. And I'm not saying this guarantees the Giants win, but I'd rather play the Chiefs batting left-handed than them batting right-handed at their strength. Like, they already have Xavier Worthy. Hollywood Brown is going to play football. Juju Smith-Schuster is there, and they still got Travis Kelce. So not having to play Rashee Rice on top of these 4 playmakers is going to make the game and life a little bit more easy for the New York Giants. Like, you're solid, I think, at CB1 Paulson Adebo. Still want to see him continue to grow and prove himself after the nasty injury he suffered last year. I've got faith in Drew Phillips taking a step in year 2. I don't have that much faith in Cordell Flott, to be honest with you, and I really have no faith at this point in Deonte Banks. So the idea that Flott and Banks get to potentially guard Hollywood Brown or Xavier Worthy, and Drew Phillips doesn't have to worry about Rashee Rice in the slot, that's a big win for the Giants. The more playmakers you can take away from Patrick Mahomes, that is just going to help you in the long run. The Giants already enter this game on primetime football as major underdogs, and now you get to play against a team that is potentially losing their best wide receiver if you don't count Travis Kelce at that. So pretty pumped up about that. The Giants don't usually ever get to catch any breaks, and seeing this story completely flip on its head where Schefter and Pro Football Talk last week were saying that Rashee Rice was going to play the first 6 games of the season, to flip that to he is now out the first 6 games of the year and the Giants don't have to play him, that's big news. Does that mean the Giants are going to win? I don't know, but the job maybe just got that much easier, and I'll take that every day of the week. Coming up next, I want to talk about this a little bit because I'm a little bit worried about the New York Giants when it comes to this. I'll explain what that is in a second, but I know Russell Wilson's QB1, but Jackson Dart, he's the man of the future, and you can get his jersey today at chatsports.com/dart. Chatsports.com/dart. Get your Jackson Dart jersey today so you're ready to rock and roll when he gets the call to be QB1. All righty, I am a little bit worried about the Giants' wide receiver room at this point. Getting thrown a bone, Rashee Rice not playing, but when you look inward first, the Giants' wide receiver room, it is a problem. And I was beating this drum all off season long. I said it, and I think other people are starting to catch on and just agree that you are a Malik Neighbors injury away from wide receiver hell. Like, I think that Darius Slayton's a solid wide receiver too. I'm a little bit worried about what Wan'Dale Robinson's role and usage is going to be this year, as he doesn't have Daniel Jones checking him down the ball every 3rd and 8 for a gain of 6. Bo Collins is an undrafted free agent that is unproven and dropping the ball in preseason. And Jalen Hyatt is allergic to catching the football down the field. So, that's why I wanted them to go out and add someone to this room. That's why I was hoping they would go out and sign someone in free agency back in March and in April. Maybe go out and get an Amari Cooper. Maybe go out and get a Keenan Allen. Now Keenan Allen's a Charger, and now Amari Cooper is a Raider again. There's still a guy out there in Gabe Davis. He's a free agent, had his best years of football, under Brian Dable with the Buffalo Bills. He reportedly has done his 2nd round of visits this past week and remains unsigned. Now, is he unsigned because he hasn't made a decision, or is he unsigned because the knee may not be up to what NFL teams want from him? If Davis is healthy, the Giants should absolutely go sign him. If he's not healthy, how about you look at a guy that was once here? And I understand, Marshall, we always want our old stuff. We want to bring the old stuff back. And sure, Isaiah Hodgins would be the 4th best receiver on this team, no doubt about it. He's better than Jalen Hyatt. He's better than Bo Collins. He's better than Gunnar Olszewski. This is a guy that knows the playbook. He's trusted, and he can be counted on. And he's a big guy in the slot that can create separation. And he has proven that he is a good red zone threat. And the Giants' red zone numbers over the last couple of years, they're at the bottom of the barrel. Does Isaiah Hodgins fix all the problems? No. But I'd rather try to fix it than just do nothing and hope that the best case scenario unfolds, because we know that always happens for the New York Giants. What's your confidence level in the Giants wide receiver room? Curious what the real ones are thinking. From 1 to 100. 1 being you got no confidence. 100, all the confidence in the world. Malik Neighbors is going to have to carry. That's the job when you're the number 6 overall pick. He will, but he's also going to need some help. Make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram @MarshallGreen_.